this time last year, no one was talking Daniels. Like he was not someone people were really talking about for Heisman. And if you go through the Heisman history, like you, Johnny, when you won it, like it's always these people that come out of nowhere. Baker Mayfield came out of nowhere. Like that's why we love betting the Heisman because you can get people at 50-1, crazy long shot odds. Right now, you're looking at the board this upcoming season, Johnny. Is there anyone that pops off for you for being someone that you want to bet for Heisman?
Yeah, I mean it's really tough, right? Like there's very very few years where your favorite going into the preseason is going to be the guy who comes out and wins it. It happens, but
Almost
based
never.
off, yeah, but almost never really.
Yeah.
Like you know, for the years that I've watched and that I've seen, it usually is somebody from the back of the pack. So I think there's a lot of like stellar QBs right now in college football, guys who are going to like have some unbelievable seasons. And just looking at it right now, I think Jackson Dart from Ole Miss is a guy that I would keep an eye on this year. I think him and Lane Kiffin are going to be up to something really special. I think Quinn Ewers from Texas, as tough as that is being an Aggie over here, but a good kid, a great quarterback. I think he's going to make a lot of noise. We'll see how they do their first year in the SEC. Realistically, you need to probably only have a couple losses on your schedule here unless your numbers are that much exceedingly over everybody else's. And then I like Jalen Milroe from Alabama. I think this guy is going to come this year and come back better than he was last year. He's an absolute physical specimen. I think those are three guys right there, all SEC guys that are going to battle for first team all SEC. And I think, they'll end up probably getting a chance. One of those guys and those three, I think, will end up in New York.
Jackson Dart, 16-1 at Bet365. Milrow, Quinn Ewers are 8-1 at Bet365. It has become the kind of award where you basically need to be in the Big Ten or the SEC in order to win it. We saw that this year with Jaden Daniels and Michael Penix. When you look at Milrow, Milrow was 40-1 to go number one in the draft next year. Now he's down to 9-1. When you are a quarterback at that stage of development, think back to your time in college. What is it like when you can start to feel a coach giving you a little bit more confidence, which is what he went through this year and similar to what happened to you when you were in your freshman year?
Yeah, it's just getting all the snaps under your belt that you getting all the games under your belt, and then just come back next year, not having to worry about the little butterflies you have before the game, the little nervousness about how to run this system or this operation. Your off season from year one to year two very much goes into detailing. So you go into the detail of what your offense is, being able to run it, easier signals, this, that. Your operation runs really, really smoothly as you come back. Especially when you have the quarterback coming back. That's the catalyst of the whole thing. College football offenses, for the most part, only run through a really, really good QB. Or there's some out there that run the ball really well and it goes through a running back, of course. But the majority of the time, it's a quarterback driven position. And to have a guy that had a lot of success in year one coming back into year two, you would think that the operation only gets smoother.